sad day continues. I just talked about Nichelle Nichols, who I met in 2009. A big part of my world because she was Lieutenant Uhura on Star Trek. Um, why this happens to all happen? Why is this happening on the week I turned 60? I don't know. I turned 60 Thursday. Anyway, Bill Russell is a man I have never had the pleasure of directly meeting. I say that because I was 6 chairs from him. He was down the row at the NCAA Elite Eight in 2008 in Oakland. And I was in the box, the USF box. But Bill didn't want to come in to that box. And the reason Bill didn't want to come into that box frames what I'm going to say, because you're not going to hear it anywhere else. I'm being very careful because I know a number of people involved in this. There was a ticket scandal, and Bill was not involved in it, but it impacted him in a negative way where he didn't get tickets that he was promised. And the person responsible really had to do a lot of fast talking. And it was a major faux pas that led to that person's leaving in 2006. And I said, well, the NCAA Elite Eight wasn't in 2008. It was, we had it in Oakland. Before that, it was 2002. Not, but uh, 2004. I'm sorry, 2004. 2004. Come on, Zenny. You went to the game, you stupid idiot. Anyway, Bill was so angry with this person, he did not want to come up to the box at all. And he was right, because Bill's thing was respect, okay? The respect that he believed he was due, okay? The respect that Bill Russell believed he was due, and was, catapulted him to use his platform to talk about how we as African Americans were not receiving our proper civil rights treatment. The respect that Bill Russell thought he was due and was led him to insist on being treated correctly. You can't say that a black man is an 11-time NBA champion, but then go out and be disrespectful to him and think he's going to sit back and take it. That was not Bill. Bill was not going to allow that. And so, because Bill had this antenna for when someone wasn't respecting his name, he was a little prickly. And people who didn't understand that about him and people who didn't understand our walk as black folks would criticize his attitude. That was the wrong thing to do, okay? It was the wrong thing to do then. It's the wrong thing to do now. It's the wrong thing to do. Because, sure, people are going to talk about how many NBA titles he was responsible for. And that's fine, because he was. But if you take a look at the headlines, I haven't seen one yet that mentions him as civil rights hero, which he was. It doesn't mean that headline's not out there. It is. It is out there. I got one. Okay, here. It's probably why you stopped by. But Bill Russell was a person you did not disrespect. And during that period, leading up to the NCAA Elite Eight, which USF was a sponsor university, that's exactly what happened. He was put in a position where he was made to look bad. He didn't get the seats he wanted or the tickets. He was not addressed properly. What made up for all of that he went through, all the slights, all the criticisms by people who didn't quite get Bill, was that finally in American society we saw the ascent of people who did get Bill because they walked Bill's walk. And now I'm talking about President Barack Obama, who gave him, Bill Russell, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's why I used that photograph, okay? Bill more than deserved it. And the man who gave it to him understood why. That Medal of Freedom wasn't for winning all those NBA titles. That Medal of Freedom was for using his platform for the advancement of civil rights as he was winning those titles, okay? He later became a head coach, did Bill Russell. Bill Russell was always an intellectual leader. Again, Bill Russell, as much as he was a great athlete, was always an intellectual leader. Let that be written somewhere about him. How about here? Bill Russell was an intellectual leader. All right? So when I think of Bill Russell, I think of respect. Respect the man's name. Respect the man's legacy off the court. Not just on the court. Know his history. But more than knowing his history, understand why he was forced to act at the time that he did. It's very important to do that because we're going to have people who insist on retelling stories about other people without any new spin. Like, for example, this whole new movie, Oppenheimer. I don't care how many times I've seen biographies about J. Robert Oppenheimer. I always feel like there's something missing. And right now, when I hear about these takes on Bill Russell, I've always felt there was something missing, and that something is what I'm presenting to you. Okay? Bill Russell was a civil rights hero who did not achieve the respect he deserved through much of his life. That changed, thank you very much to President Barack Obama. Subscribe to Zenny62 and please bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com. Thank you. And Bill Russell, live long and prosper.